Hello and welcome. Today's video is going to be all about how to improve your posture. So today I'm going to be guiding you through a few stretches to open up tension in the shoulders and the neck, as well as some mobility exercises. I do recommend a thick block to sit on for some of these postures, but if you don't have a thick block, it's no problem. You can sit cross-legged or just choose to sit on a stack of pillows, really whatever works best. And to start, it's going to be opening through the neck. So cross-legged, no need to sit on anything. You're just going to have your hands on the thighs. And you might close down the eyes or just heavy the gaze to the floor. It doesn't matter so much. But you're going to just start by dropping your right ear to your right shoulder so the left side of your neck lengthens. And there's no need to force your head to the side. You're just going to use the weight of the head to rock it over naturally using gravity. And this might be enough for you. This might be enough sensation for you. But if you want a bit more, you could add the left fingertips outside of the left hip. You could tent the fingers to that side. Breathing into the length of the side of your neck. And then adding on to this, you're going to keep your right ear rocking over to the right shoulder, but you're going to lift your chin away from your chest so the sensation migrates more to the front of the neck. Hold there with the chin lifted, and then I want you to open and close your jaw a couple of times. And as you close it, see if you can jut your bottom teeth past the top. It's okay to make some funny faces. Nice. Okay, so again, keeping your right ear rocking over to your right shoulder, but this time you're gonna draw your chin in towards your chest, nice and slow. You find the sensation moving more to the back line of your neck. So it's not quite the chin all the way to the chest and neutral. You're still rocking the head over to the right, so the sensation is on the left back side of the neck. Keep your shoulders back and down. Just take one big breath in right here. And a full breath out. Good, and then slowly roll your chin all the way into your chest so you get into the back side of your neck on both sides. Place your left hand back onto your left knee and take an inhale here. And an exhale out. Good, then head through neutral. You're switching sides. So left ear drops to left shoulder. Find the length on the right side of your neck. Just pause to feel the weight of your head rocking to the side. Maybe add your right fingertips outside of the right hip for a bit more. You would just tent the fingers over that way. Keep the left ear rocking over to the left shoulder, and then slowly start to lift your chin away from your chest, nose to ceiling. Pause when you feel that sensation more on the front side of the right side, the front right side. Whoopsies. Good, and then again, making a few funny faces. You're gonna open and close your jaw, really trying to jut your bottom teeth out past the top. Nice. Keep the spine long, shoulders down and back. You can release the jaw, and slowly your chin will come in towards your chest, but the ear continues to fall over to the left shoulder. So the sensation moves to more of the right back side. And just pause wherever you feel it. You can look more at your left armpit. Slow breaths. Very nice. And then continue the roll of the chin in towards your chest so the back of the neck opens. You can place your right hand on your knee. Take one big breath into the back body. And a full breath out. Lift your head back up and then lift your chin up to the ceiling. The front of the neck opens. Let your head rock back in space, and then similar to what we did before, again, jutting the bottom teeth past the top. Getting the stretch on the entire front of the neck. Good, and then slowly bring your head back to neutral. Okay, so again, you can stay in a cross-legged seat if you don't have a thick block, and if you do, place your thick block on a medium setting so the long edge is facing up. You're gonna place the thick block between both of your heels, and then you're gonna sit your bum onto the thick block just so the hips are raised up a little bit higher. Again, you can use stacked pillows as well. And then you're gonna bring your arms into a cactus shape. So the elbows are at shoulder height, palms are facing forward. It's kind of like a goalie type shape. And then through the breath in, I want you to draw the elbows back and pick your chest up, not in a back bend. The front ribs stay in and down. The movement is in the chest. So then as you exhale, you're gonna round chin to chest, palms and elbows come together, and the shoulder blades spread apart on the back body. And then the inhale, you're gonna open into that cactus shape again. Draw the elbows back. Just like that for 4 round. And inhale, lift. Really letting the shoulders open, rounding on the breath out. Lifting on the breath in. Again, letting the movement come from the shoulders, the ribs stay in and down. Feeling the spread of the shoulders and then squeezing them together. Last 2, spread the shoulder blades apart. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1 more, keep the hands active, spread the fingertips apart. Good, and then open wide again. Good, and you can just release your arms to your sides, let that go. I'm gonna face you for this next one so you can see the rotation through the shoulders. So this time your arms are gonna be wide to a side in a T shape. Start with your palms facing down towards the mat. Again, spread all 10 fingers out super wide. I want you to tuck your shoulder blades back and down like you're hollowing out through your armpits. And again, isolating the movement in the shoulder girdle. The spine is not moving, it's not coming from the ribs. So through the breath in, you're gonna flip the palms up, the thumbs are gonna turn up to the ceiling, and then the thumbs roll back as you lift the chin from the chest. And then as you exhale, you're gonna round the shoulders forward, the thumbs turn down, the back of your hands turn to the floor. It's a really hunched spine. And then just like that, rotate the shoulders, external rotation, heart lifts, draw the thumbs back behind you. And then roll the thumbs forward, the back of your hands turn down, heads of the shoulders roll forward, spine rounds. For 3, inhale, lift. And exhale, roll the shoulders forward. Last 2, inhale, lift. And roll them forward. Inhale, lift. 1 more, roll forward. And then just to release, you're gonna lift the chest up, flip the palms up, pause on this beautiful expansion, and then release your arms to your side, let your spine neutral out, give the head a rock, roll the shoulders, whatever you need. We'll continue with this shoulder opening. Your right arm is gonna reach up to the ceiling. You're gonna turn your palm away from you, so turn the palm back. It's like you're internally rotating, the thumb turns out. And then you're gonna take the palm of your right hand down the spine, so bend your right elbow. Take the left hand and grab the elbow above you and just kind of guide the right elbow to the back of your head, more to the midline of your spine, and feel this really nice tricep opening here. Shoulders slide down and back, ribs move in and down. Good. And then slowly, you're just going to release your left arm down, your right arm down, arms to sides. Let's take the left arm, sweep it up and overhead. Take the palm backwards, thumb out. Bend your left elbow, reach down the spine, reach up with your right hand. Catch the elbow overhead. Kind of move it more to the middle of the head as you send the left fingertips down the spine. And you find this really nice tricep opener on the left side. We're just going to hold these stretches initially, and then we're going to move into a bit more dynamic movement, so it kind of gets into the entire shoulder girdle, and again, improving the posture, kind of opening through the chest and finding more of a slide of the shoulders back and down instead of that hunch forward. Let's slowly release that. Arms by your sides, give that a moment. So then for this dynamic movement, start with your right hand, reach your right hand up to the sky, same thing, palm turns back, bend your elbow, reach down the spine, pause there. Your left hand is going to sweep behind you. The back of your left hand reaches up the spine. So you're aiming to touch the fingertips together back behind you. It's okay if they don't quite touch because we're not going to hold this for too long. We want to find some dynamic movement. So this is a Gomukhasana arms. And so really, again, playing with this internal and external rotation of the shoulders. So trying to draw a line of the right elbow up and the left elbow down. And then you're going to switch this. It's a big, wide, sweeping circle. So straighten both of your arms all the way around, big circle. You switch the sides. Your left hand reaches down the back body and your right arm reaches up the spine. So again, if you need more of a view from behind, again, your big, wide, sweeping circle out to the side, arms are straight. You switch the direction of the arms, the hands, and they reach up and down the length of the spine. Continue with that. Slow and steady. Feel the external rotation of your top arm and the internal rotation of your bottom arm. Again, it's okay if the fingertips don't quite touch. The more you do this, the more range of motion that you'll have. Let's do 3 more on each side. So that's 1. Reach up and down the length of the spine. And I find it really helps to keep the fingertips wide. So you're really activating through the hands. Don't want to move too quickly. Again, you really want to find that pause between each one. Oftentimes when we think of improving our posture, we think of just the external rotation of the shoulders because you want to open the chest, but it's actually really important to play with internal rotation so you can actually stretch those tight muscles on the front of the shoulders. Last time here. Left side, reach up and down. Yeah, and then just let that go. Okay. So last shape here. Again, we're going to pause in a static stretch first, and then we'll move through a bit of dynamic movement. Actually, we're going to do 2 more. So we're going to start with a puppy pose. So fingertips are going to reach forward. You're going to tent the fingers. Elbows will be straight. And then it's just going to melt your chest, your forehead down to the mat, and your hips are high up into the air. So your hips are above the knees. Again, elbows are lifted and engaged off of the mat. And then you're melting your chest down, melting your forehead down to the mat. Again, feeling as if you could slide your shoulders into their back pockets and if you could hollow out through your armpits. Feel the weight in the front of your chest, but move your breath to the back of your heart and the back of your lungs. And then through the next breath in, push your hands down and lift your chest up. Walk the hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to move this into a dolphin pose. So you're going to drop your elbows down to the floor and the palms of your hands are going to be down. You can have the elbows shoulder width apart. It's okay if your hands kind of migrate inwards. Mine always do. It's just a tendency of tight shoulders. So, dolphin pose, elbows down, palms down, tuck your toes, lift your knees off of the mat, and take your gaze to your feet. Now you can keep your knees bent here any amount, and if you want a bit more, you can walk the feet in a little bit closer, really piking your hips up towards the sky. Now you're really pushing hands and elbows down so that you can open your chest, your heart to the back of your mat, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. This is the shoulder static opener. And then we're going to move into that dynamic movement again, really feeling into the mobility. And this is also a little bit of strengthening. So dolphin push-ups, you're going to take your gaze to your hands. You're going to close the armpits as you move your nose to your thumbs. And then you're going to push the arms, shoulders open, gaze looks at your feet. Just like that for 7, close the armpits and then open the chest. Whew, for 6. Don't worry about how deep you're going. Just feeling the opening and the closing of the shoulders, keeping the core strong. Navel draws in. The head stays relaxed. Good. For 4, if you need to bend your knees or place your knees down, that's totally fine. Keep your breath steady. For 3. For 2. And last one. And you can release both knees to the mat. Take your arms behind you. Just rest in a child's pose, forehead to mat. Good. And so when you're ready to just rise up, you can. And just take a mindful moment just to steady yourself and just feel the residue of your effort, what might feel more open, what heat might have been built in the body. Just any lingering sensation. And I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And let a sigh breath roll out the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope to see you very soon. Namaste.